Got a little spot there. That's where the maggin will take that right out. We're gonna have to move that camera stand once I'm done this pass. Yeah, baby.
What? Alright.
Yeah, this will be done pretty quick. Yeah, we get. Yeah, I'll just cut that edge. Boy, thank you. I got water. I'm good for a while. Watch your head. Watch your back. Tell me about it. It's interesting shit. A little tricky over here, huh? A little tricky over here on the bank.
Yeah.
Yeah, you'll have this all straightened up. That tractor, you can pretty much move this whole forest. Those bolts.
Alright.
Take your time, get them right where you want them. That should shake down in there real easy.
So we're just using a couple of magnesium trowels to give it a hand trowel finish. Being not that big of a slab, it just didn't seem worth trying to get a powered trowel like a whirlybird on here. With two guys at it, it did go pretty quickly. And the mag trowels do a great job finishing off the slab and giving it a nice polished look, but not being too slippery that ends up causing problems down the road.
Get out of there, Pine Hill. The weather's hot, but
Not too hot.
yeah, man, I seen that no rain. I said, oh baby. That's rule number one. Get that rain out of here. tell you, I like it just like this. I don't think I'd.
I think it looks perfect.
Yeah, because it's just going to make it slipperier. That I'll guarantee you. Both of my slabs, I got one outside slab and I got a lean-to slab, and they're both magged. I did put a steel trowel on another pad I did, and I was happy with it, but it's slick. It brooms nice. Although this broom's fine too. I get like a coarse broom I use.
Yeah.
I didn't want it super slick either, especially outside. I mean, you can do broom finish. That's pretty close. It's more sidewalk shit.
I'd rather this.
Yeah, give it a nice kind of a. You could seal it.
Kind of gives it almost like a plaster look.
Yep.
Like a ceiling of plaster, you know. With
Just helps fill in all these puck holes and everything, and the lines and the ups and downs.
I think it came out great. Very happy.
Yeah, it's nice when everything.
I couldn't have done it myself. It's just,
Yeah.
you don't have the time. Even if you had the skill set, it's hard to do it in the time you need to do it. You only have a limited window of time. Plus, I don't have all the mat. I don't have a full flow. I don't have a screw pad. So you have.
Yeah.
You really need the right tools.
I'll be honest with you. I use these. I just got these on the last pour I did.
Yeah.
I never had them before. They're worth the money. They're like $100. All hand done. Those whirlybirds, they leave a lot of marks too, I'll be honest with you.
Yeah.
They leave a lot of edges and.
Plus, it'd almost hardly be worth it on a slab like this, not that big. You know, it's one thing if you're doing a full house, but this ain't that big of a slab.
I've seen guys up down whole houses, no problem. Get a crew of guys on there, in 15 minutes, cruising, you know. Yeah, I think we got on it just at a good time. Yeah, you don't want to get it. You don't want to get it on. You don't want to get on it too early and wind up a swimming pool in the middle.
Nice feeling when you're done.
Yeah, you can go around with the trowel and you can tidy up some areas. You might come back over here and say, "Oh, I'm going to bring up a little paste." You got some paste along here. You can fill that in. Just how picky you want to be, you know.
Yeah, I think it's alright.
But as far as magging it anymore, you get pretty good. You don't want to stay on it, you know. Mag it out, stuff like that. But the only other thing would be to get back on it in a little bit. Probably get right on this front and steel file it down.
Well, that worked about as well as I can hope for. Here we are in the next morning. And I covered it overnight with the tarp just to keep the moisture in, keep it curing a little slower and get stronger. And it's really turned out nicely, I think. That worked out great with 2 guys. I gotta give some serious thank yous to Jason for coming over and helping me. Great guy. He actually grew up with my cousin. They were best friends growing up. Still good friends to this day. And that I couldn't have done it without him. There's no way. Even screeding that with a 16-foot 2x4, there's no way one guy could do that. You know, you might be able to do a 4-foot wide or a 6-foot wide pad by yourself, but not something like this. You really need the 2 guys. And the concrete was just the right consistency, not too wet, not too dry. And the weather was perfect. We ended up getting, I think it was like 80 degrees Fahrenheit with the sun. So it wasn't blistering hot and it wasn't raining. But I couldn't have asked for, I don't think, a better outcome. I ended up embedding 4 3/4 inch diameter bolts into the corners. You know, those go down about 4 inches. I had the bolts on hand, so I figured might as well use them. Typically, you'd probably use something like a 1/2 inch for that, but I had the 3/4 and I like things overbuilt, heavy duty. So what I'm gonna end up doing is a 8x8 corner post in each corner. You know, I'll make a heavy duty bracket, maybe a 1/4 inch thick, to connect the bolt to the bracket to the 8x8. And then I'm gonna mill some real big, maybe like a 5x12 beam. I'll notch into the post on each side and the lengthwise. And that'll allow me to have a clear span across the whole thing so that I can drive the logs in nice and easy. I don't have any posts in the middle getting in the way. But in order to clear a span 24 feet, you really need a heavy duty beam. Typically you'd have like multiple LVL beams bolted together or nailed together. But I'm gonna try to use stuff I have to save money. So I'm gonna mill a really heavy beam in each side, which that should be a fun project trying to get those in by myself. But luckily I have the Coyote with the fork, so I think I'll be able to get it done. But yeah, I'm really happy with how this turned out. I'm anxious to get the mill set up. Concrete takes about 28 days to get to full strength, but I think once this sits for about a week, my plan is to set the mill up on some 4x4 pressure treated, and that way at least I'll be able to use it and mill the lumber for this building. And once it's fully cured, I'll probably figure out exactly where I want it, and then I'll bolt it down. I got some concrete anchors, but I'm gonna wait till the concrete's fully cured to do that. I do want to also give a special shout out to my cousin Jim for setting up his friend Jason to help me. That really worked out well, so thank you very much for that. But I do hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I will see you next time.